Hello everybody and welcome to High Playing Games. Simon here, and this is Robothorium, a game that comes into early access for purchase on the 7th of June 2018. We're currently on version 0.7.3, so we're kind of getting close to a launch window, but it's adding in more story, more robots, more enemies, more things to deal with. So what I'm going to do is show you the general overview of the game to see whether or not you're interested. The crux for me, essentially, was that you play in a real-time strategy RPG with robots that you're going off and fighting against the world to help things get better or worse. But the thing that kind of drew this in for me was that it showed this map of choice, and the whole idea is that your consequences as to whether or not you do battles or don't do battles with certain different things changes the story as it goes. And you can see over here I've got these different factions. So you've got the human bots who I've met, and they're quite happily liking me because I go passive and I don't attack humans essentially. And you can see that as stuff goes on you can get bonuses or extra things as they are happier with you. However, if you go nuts and start killing everyone then the supreme machines will come and help you because you're a machine. So if you're killing humans, then machines will be happier for you. And then you've got other different factions that will come along as stuff goes through the game. Now I'm going to dive into a mission and meet Craig Hassan. We are SIIA, Sire. Hello Sire, I'm Craig Hassan, the leader of Cyber Rights. Sarah told me a lot about you while she was in the factory of the Codger and the Robot. That's the Supreme and the humans. Cyber Rights is the first faction in the world fighting for recognition of cyborg rights. That's right, robots aren't the only things oppressed by Jack Love and BreakTech, who are the people who are kind of running around and doing stuff with. Well, what's the hubbub? Ah, Sire, you're the famous artificial intelligence that Sarah found. Get out of here, Raffi. Sire and I are going to BreakTech Lab. Captured cyborgs are preparing for recondition, and we... Unfortunately for you, I think Sire needs to know the truth. Robothorium seriously needs smarts like her. So, we'll be taken into a place. Do you know what a cyborg is? It's where a human receives a mechanical prosthesis, like you have with your amazing arm. Go girl. BreakTech is installing chips. Blah 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 blah. So, welcome to the actual gameplay itself. After that story, so you can see I've got these 4 robots here. We need to reverse the flow of thorium in our place itself. So we have a danger level. The danger level is triggered off by things that we do in our environment in each room, and our rooms are over here, and if we dive into the map you can see we've only really got one place that we can go at the moment. So let's dive up, and again we can only go one place, and now we're starting to get a branch out, so it depends on where we go. So we can look at a success rate of 55% to intoxicate people around us. However, the intoxication event did not go to plan, so our danger level has increased by 20%. Let's go down again. Aha, but we can reformat a digital tablet, and what that normally does, it adds us some experience, 10% of what we will gain, and we can open the storage case as well. Oh, that didn't work. Success chance starts to lower. Oh dear, not good for us. Let's keep going. Oh, and we're into a 5 versus 3. This is not great. These riflemen are chipped cyborgs. Put them out of their misery. There's nothing left we can do for them. So, your turn of play is up on the top here, and you can see each one kind of has its own HP in terms of a shield, then its actual health. So the shield is blue, the health is red, and then underneath you'll start to see yellow appear. Now yellow is essentially your robot's battery power. Think of it like in RPGs when you've got like sanity points, and if you go too much you'll burn out. So let me take this robot here. We've got different attack patterns. These attack patterns are ones that I have pre-chosen to pull on. So I'm going to go for this one. And we are going to go for being corrosive. And that one bounces and blocks, so that's all good. This guy here is more of a supporty one. However, I can apply... Do we need to do any shield update? Oh, we could do for you actually, up at the front. Or we could do... Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I thought that was to let him an enemy line. Never mind. Right. Let's improve your shield by quite a lot. That one is shooting. And you can see there's lots and lots and lots of different status effects that get added in as you go along. Now, I'm going to... deal 50 damage to an enemy and see how many get corroded, because that will help them over, or hurt them over time. Ooh, now he's stunned, that's no good. So you can see the back and forth going really, really quickly there, and you can see that the more powerful stuff that you use, these people over here, their battery life is kind of pulling up, so they'll have to do something juicy to get that down. Now here we're okay. It's being stalked, which means that he'll get hit a little bit more. Now, when we're looking at these shots down here, can you see the hail of bullets gives us 40% of a battery increase, 20% for a loaded shot, 20% for a plasmic wave, or minus 30% for a destroyer shot. So that's always the good one to go for. I wonder... Oh, that's not really going to kill it either. Actually, no, do you know what? Go for it. So that's a weak spot there. Is that going to kill it? Yes, it is. Gone. Oh, that guy's shield is nearly gone now as well, which is not great. Let's go up here for this guy's scout. So this guy up the top here, we didn't get to play with early because he's quite a slow guy. He deals with adding status effects. In general is what most of his stuff is. So I really like using the overheat with him, because what this does is it nullifies someone. So what I'd like to do let's do it with you. Because it will mean that he can't really use much of his big his stuff. And now you can see he's now overworked or overloaded, which means that he now can't move for a little while. Okay, so we are going to increase your shield. The difference between shield and health is that your health doesn't necessarily recover throughout the mission. So you need to be able to keep that as best as you can. Where are we? Do you corrosion and a marked target, which means that you will get a bonus increase. Ooh, that guy's nearly conked out. Now, in terms of difficulty levels, it is well worthwhile noting that in easy mode you get your robots back. In medium difficulty, your robots, when they die, are out of the picture for a while and you can choose to pay to revive them. In hard mode, it is proper roguelike And if it dies, it dies. So you really do need to be careful with that. I knew we should have gone for the other one. Right, let's go back up here. Oh, nice. That didn't help, though. Oh, someone died there. I don't know what happened there. I think they just overloaded or conked out a wee bit. Which is nice. Okay. Now. I'm thinking long term. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. But essentially what that does is reduce damage intaked. So, not the end of the world. Let's get rid of you, mates. Thank you. Ah, now that guy's overloaded. I shouldn't have done that. But it was needed because look at the way they're being hurt with HP. So we are being severely tested here. But now we should be okay because we can just pummel. That guy back. Corrosion gets rid of that, which is good. Okay, we're not going to protect anything. But I do want to try and see if we can stun him, which we have. No move for you. Where? And you're gone. What a waste. See, Craig, this is where your stubbornness is leading the cyborgs. So, as you can see, where one thing helps one faction, it starts to make angriness with the other. So, you level up, as you can see. That's all great. And now let me take you to the equipment screen. Or shall I? No, let's come back to that in a second. We'll do that when we level up on the next fight, I think. Let's dive up here. Aha! So we can reverse the flow of thorium. You all know this chip is not a viable option for cyborgs. Let Robothorium find a vaccine, Craig. Raffi, you're insane! You've killed more cyborgs than Jack Love researching this stupid vaccine. What results do you have to show it? None! Drama! Cool, so we've done that. Now we need to shut down the power. So let's dive down here. Sector. Access to the next sector is locked. So we need to find a key or something to open said door. Let's dive down. So, here is where we start to run into consequences stuff. So we've got a patroller here. We can neutralise, we can intimidate, or we can discuss. Now you can see discussing has got less of a percentage because we are all angry elves. So, but I'm going to go for it anyway because the whole point of this is we go around the spinny wheel and we got to succeed. And you can see our reputation of the human bots has increased because we were passive. So again, this all helps us out in the grand scheme of things. Right, there's nothing there. Yes, we know that sector is not great. So let's dive up. Now, is there anything that we can do actually just to increase our stuff? Right, let's take a look at this options menu before we dive on. So in the inventory, we have a collection of everything. Some stuff we need to use to build stuff in a workshop later. We also have per robot different types of weapons and different types of armor. So at the moment the weapon is 61 aggression, -7 speed. So that makes us slower, but never mind. 86 and so on. So I'm just scanning through just to see kind of if I've still got the best. Oh, hello. No, I don't. Now let me just triple check. Yeah, see, now that one's normally quite an angry one, but it's going to make him slow. And that's the thing. Do you want to go slow, or are you okay with that? Now I'm going to drag that weapon onto there for now. I'm quite happy to leave that as it is. And now let's just quickly look at our things. So there's a better accessory, but I'm not really. It's a 14, that's a 32 and a 4. No. That's better though, let's go for that, thank you. Give you some more health. Why not? And so you'll be switching things in and out, and you can see it actually affects the actual visual of the stuff as well, of the mech as well, which I really, really like. So I'll leave kind of that for now, because in the next battle we're going to level up. And then I'll show you what happens with that when that actually happens. Let's dive up one. Okay, so we can hack a security camera. It's only 55%. That's not helped. Our danger level has increased. And then you can see enemy speed and power is nearly enhanced. So basically, you can choose to avoid some of this and keep your danger level low. But if I'd have hacked that camera and it would have worked, it would have told me what's in certain rooms up ahead. So I would have known about, say, this beforehand. We shall fight till our batteries run out. We might have to, mate. Oh, I'm not feeling good for the guy at the back in the top there, this guy. Hardly any health left. Right, so who have we got here? I need to increase your shield. I'm so worried that that one's going to die. And now what we're going to do is look at how quickly we can get through stuff. So I'm going to go for these rifles so that we can basically absolutely smash them. So I'm going to go for Shockwave for an enemy line, because that will hurt lots. And then, ooh, overheat straight away. Drama llamas. And nearly the same. Oh god, they're all like it. That guy is very powerful. I mean, this is because we've now had the danger go up. Yeah, we're going to have to, aren't we? You are still okay, but I'm going to increase your shield, thank you. That's nice for the marked stuff. again, we're just going to go nuts for this guy. Because at least we've then... Oh, that overheat is driving me up the wall. It's just so that we can balance the odds, essentially. Now I'm going to do that to get rid of him. And I want this guy to... Okay, so he's done that, but he's now overloaded. Ooh, ow. Leave me alone, Pippers. Okay, so I like the look of that. Ah, we should have went for the one up front. I didn't realise that it didn't bounce to the side. Let's go for you. No, we're going to go with that. Hopefully, yes, the corrosion gets rid. So, tides are changing because they now can't quite keep up. Let's keep that there for now. That guy's now overloaded, so that's good. Where are we on this? I am going to do planning on this guy so that... Oh, hang on, is that going to... Yeah, that's going to push me. No, okay. So we're going to do planning on that guy so that it enhances the heals as well as takes away all of his issues, essentially, which is great. So you can see... that has worked out well for him. Let's do... Ooh, double corrosion, nice. So that guy's in trouble. Ooh, they're quite close up with an overheat already. Okay, so let's do you and you. Ooh, see, that did bounce off that time. Dang it. Okay, is that going to... No, it's not really, is it? Okay, so this has a can't use order, shoot or robotic in coordination. So this guy is going to essentially overheat itself trying to do something. That's frustrating. And although you do have like a skipper turn and a wave for stuff like that, I'd rather, I think, yeah, go for it. Youch. So I'm hoping. It didn't quite work. I thought he'd die with the... Dang it! Right, let's do that because that will get rid of him. Let's do a shield increase with you. Could you please stop if it's not too much trouble, of course. Let's do a shot. Let's go with you. And now we're okay. But my goodness, having the difficulty level come right up is really hurting me. And I'm getting super paranoid at the purple robot at the back. And how knackered it is. Let's do that for you because I'm just interested to see if we could ever get a health increase random bonus. But no. Okay. So the game is increased. We got one new thing, or a couple of new things there. Oh, that might be worthwhile. As a level 3 type thing. So now we're going to dive into equipment and I'll show you the levelling up system for each robot as it goes along. So we are looking at, let's look at the right one. So you can see it's got some effects of stuff that's going on there with things that it's got on its body and person at the time, which is slightly frustrating. But at the bottom there, as we leveled up, we got something called a talent. So you have a talent wheel, which for the first 12 levels that you're first few level ups that you've got will all be in tier 1 before you can start buying other things. So I start off with 6 different things that we can play with and swap out as one of our 4 moves that I was using there. So I'd already leveled up our smoke grenade, and you could see... Oh, did I not use the smoke grenade? I did not. And you can see you have to pay to get it in. Clearly I thought I was updating something else. So if I look at the bouncing Boalis, let's go for this one as an upgrade, because what that does is increase the chance of getting short circuit for a turn. So it's improving that specific skill. And what that's done is, because that's now at level 4, that has opened up my tier 4 skill, 2 skills. So as you get to keep a robot and keep it alive for longer, you'll get more and more and more things to play with. Also, because you can only lock in 4 things at the moment, not a 5th yet, although you'll always have to have the cannon shot and the minus thing there, what you can do is then look at putting in a new one here. So we upgraded that smoke grenade, didn't we? Which is wonderful. So we used that. We didn't really use intervention though, did we? So what it may be worthwhile doing, so we upgraded the smoke grenade, but that seems to be like not fantastic. But what I will do is I'm going to spend my $200 or money to put in that cyber bolas. So it's going to reduce speed. And potentially short circuit someone as well. So let me just make sure. Yeah, so 25% and 25% to bounce off to random enemies. So that could be a nice little double whammy lammy. And so when we go for our talent in the future, that will be upgrading that cyber bolas there as well. So Scout, which was my new one, does not have a talent to upgrade, so that's that. Let's take a look at our repairer. What have we got here? So we done the reduces heals, which was that one. So I'm going to go for pre-processing here, because what we saw was that we were getting pummeled with loads and loads of negative status effects. So if we're able to use something that passively then gets rid of one whenever we are looking at reducing damage, could be quite handy. Was there anything that we wanted to add here? Not for those. Ah, stick that in there, that can be helpful. Is that going to go in there? Yeah, that is. That's not. Ugh. It's a 61. It's a 68 and it's slightly faster, so that's good for us. And we've got a talent. So what have we got here? We've got the plasmic wave, hail of bullets, which we didn't really use too much, and the loaded shot. So it's that plasmic wave, wasn't it? That was quite good. Oh, it's that we've increased. Right, okay. Now we've not bought anything on here, so supersonic ammo could be good. And it's quite cheap in terms of battery. So I'm quite keen to get rid of that bullets and get that one in for supersonic ammo. And then we can increase that as well. So again, we're constantly changing around everything that we've got here. And that is one of the things that I really, really quite like about this game, is I don't feel like can't quite tell. No, I like that one at the moment because it's regenerating some shield. Right, get that in there for the time being. I think we're okay. Right, so that's how all of that works essentially, and these are all stuck because of this drone OOS thing that we've got going on. So frustrating. Right, let's move on. I've got a horrible feeling that we're going to end up struggling to finish this because of the increased difficulty. We are human, Raffi! So there we go, the map is done. We've kind of already scaled the whole thing anyway, so that's good. Quite often, and we might actually still see it, rooms will have traps in, and that's the whole point of going for the security cameras, is that the security cameras or like consoles can deactivate traps. But these were the engineers we spared back in the factory. Your kindness has opened our eyes. We have just turned in our resignation. Congratulate. Humans are full of surprises. Thank you. There we go. So we had the choice. Again, it's another choice that we could map out in our stuff of stories. Up or down, up or down. Let's go down. There we are. Damage taken. And that's because we didn't do the security camera first. So I bet up here, without a vaccine, every cyborg is at risk to spread disease. Death is on our doorstep. The sample she just mentioned, they're cyborg brains. Cyborgs should be free to choose their own fate, just like robots. So, here we are with a decision here. So we can either try and go after these cyborgs, or we should free them. So I'm going to free them. And that gives us great reputation for cyber rights, but we could have equally helped Soraya with her choice there. And that's the end of that mission. Now, we did miss some rooms, but ho well. So the topic of cyborgs is a touchy one. It's hard to see. Cyber rights and Biotherium tearing themselves apart. We're on the edge of descending into chaos. So there we are. A level 4 for Scout. Some more things for us to add on. Oh, hello. That looks good. It looks slow, but it looks good. So there you can see our factions have increased and decreased. Our equipment, we've now got more, so let's dive into here. Add in our talent, which I quite fancied. Let's do that. Thank you. And again, we can look at what we want to add in or not add in for that thing there. In the hangar itself, you can look at all of your different robots, and what I like to do is repair them all so that you can actually have full HP alongside the shield, if that makes sense, which was why I was worrying earlier. You also have the scrapyard, which is where you can then buy additional units. So you could see there that I was starting to struggle because I was getting 5 against 4 and so on and so forth. In order to kind of build yourself up, you need to save your dash so that you can buy more stuff from here. Now you can see they all kind of start off from the same area, and Lady is the latest one that's been added into this game. This is where they all come from. And the black market is where you've got plenty of things for an inventory where you can buy or sell different stuff so that you can get some dosh so that you can buy some new things. So I'm going to try and sell. I wonder if there's anything that's just like really terrible that we can sell. So like these common things here. So we've got rid of that, haven't we? Nope. There we go. So we sold it. So yeah, you can sort through whatever you want. And then that allows you to then go into the hangar and buy completely new bots. Or later on, when the game's all updated, you'll have the full access to the workshop and arena, or just later on in the actual game itself as stuff unlocks. So what I really like about the game is that it feels in depth. I really like the choice and faction decisions. I quite like the turn of combat. I think sometimes I get a bit overwhelmed with all of the different status ailments that you can give people, and I do like how tight the combat is with the battery life and stuff like that. I'm really intrigued to see where the story goes. Robots and choosing fates and having all of these choices makes me kind of go, ooh, I wonder how my playthrough will be as the story unfolds. It's very early days in the story, so I can't say that I'm like 100% gripped on it. But it's interesting, and it adds to the depth of this game. So this is Robothorium. I give it 2 thumbs up. I'll be continuing to play this on my own. If it's something that you'd like to see a playthrough of at a later date, I can certainly circle back to it. But yeah, available in early access now. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. This channel is just one of my many projects that cover games, music and film. If you enjoy any of these and would consider supporting me to develop further in the future, you can do so by visiting patreon.com/Satorimon. Thank you for your time and for watching the video.